Welcome to Schwope Brothers Tree Farms. I'm Tori Schwope, owner and operator here at Schwope Brothers, and I'll be your captain on a virtual tour we're going to take you on through operation to show you a little bit about what we do, the different types of farms and soil types that we grow trees in, the different staking and pruning and grading methods that we use to ensure that we're shipping top quality nursery stock. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and thank you very much. We're on our Church 40 farm here. This crop was planted in the spring of 2009. We grow all of our locusts down on the bottom farms in this silt loam soil right here. It's an alluvial soil with an elevated pH, but it's a really nice silt loam, about 70 to 75% silt, only 5% sand in the remaining clay. It does have a little bit of elevated pH, somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.4 to 7.6, so that reduces the amount of crops that we can produce. On this ground we grow, of course, locust, coffee tree, hackberry, bur oak, ash, willow, cottonwood, a number of things we grow on this ground. It's obviously very flat, very friable, good for growing, good for balling, and all the ground that we have here in the bottom is irrigated with drip tape, so we're able to build a really good root system right underneath the plant in this silt loam river bottom soil. We're only about 1.5 miles from the Missouri River here, and protected by a federal levee, so we never have to worry about a flood or getting dry or anything. This is really amazing soil on the bottom farms. We farm somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 acres of bottom ground and about 300 acres of hill ground. We're on the Fry farm. This is our biggest hill farm. It's terraced, sloping or gradual sloping soils. It's actually a soil deposit called loess soil. It's a famous soil. It's wind blown. Giant piles of silt loam soil, very nice and low in pH, excellent drainage, and again 70% silt, less than 5% sand, and enough clay to really hold a good ball together. This is amazing soil for growing maple trees, most oaks, especially oaks that are acid loving like northern red oak, swamp white oak, white oak. We grow yellowwood on this farm, paperbark maple, birch, a number of trees that perform very, very well. Like I say, the key factors are the excellent drainage, the friability of the soil, and the low pH. We farm a total of somewhere in the neighborhood of I think about 300 acres of hill ground. Some of that ground we do grow evergreens on, and then our acid loving trees. Proper pruning techniques are critical to producing high quality shade trees. Here at Schwope Brothers we take pruning very, very seriously. We prune our trees all through the production process using all kinds of different techniques to get the end result. Ultimately, the end result that we're looking for is our trees to have a balanced canopy, straight leader, and head size under control. We really dislike trees with big fat branches. In reality, all these branches are temporary branches. In the landscape, this bur oak is going to be limbed up 10, 20, 30 feet up in the air. These are temporary branches. So we don't want competition up into the tree. We want a full canopy with lots of young, strong branches, and a compact head on the tree. They're going to transplant and show a lot better in the nursery, look better in the landscape, and ultimately be able to be trimmed up as they grow and reestablished in the landscape. This bur oak is actually just 4 years in production, and it's been pruned 2 times per year through the entire production plan. So 8 prunings to get a bur oak with this many whorls off of the trunk to develop a really nice full head without having long stretchy branches. At Schwope Brothers, we stake thousands upon thousands upon thousands of trees with fiberglass tree stakes. I think we have about 150 fiberglass tree stakes in our inventory that are all working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, making our trees grow as straight as possible. They move and flex in the wind so that the tree is allowed to build up a good caliper, but still trains the tree really nice and straight. Most trees will be on the stake all the way up until they're about 1 3/4 inches. This is a northern red oak that's been in our field for just 3 years and is up to about 1 3/4 inches. The stake's about ready to come off this tree. When we take the stakes off, we never take them off the whole block. We take them off tree by tree based upon the tree being ready to be staked. It's actually a pretty difficult process of when and how we take the stake. You always have to couple pruning the head of the tree with taking the stake off to reduce the weight so that the trunk is strong enough to support the tree on its own. Here's a northern red oak that we took the stake off about a month ago. As you can see, the tree is really nice and strong, stands up on its own, but has a perfectly straight trunk. Grading and tagging orders are done per a plan at Schwope Brothers. Basically all the time when we go in to grade or tag in a block, we're tagging to achieve the appropriate spacing for a certain percentage of the crop to grow on. And then we will couple the grading plan with the pruning plan. Here's an example of maples where we dug every other tree. These trees in this row were pruned using a different technique than the other row where they were not graded and harvested to ship, so that we can ultimately try to have all sizes available for our customers now and moving forward. We try to pay very close attention to quality of product when we go through to grade. If there's a tree that doesn't meet our standards, we'll tag around it. So it's not always a perfect pattern of one every other. Sometimes we'll take 2 trees in a row and skip around a tree that wouldn't meet our standards. But we do take grading very, very seriously, and it's really just a part of our production plan so that we can deliver on quality. Evergreens are the newest product to come through our production plan. They have a longer crop cycle, and this last year we were able to offer just a few varieties of evergreens, some upright junipers, green giant arborvitae, and we just started to get into some numbers on Austrian pine. Moving forward, we're going to have a number of varieties of spruce, a number of varieties of pine, really nice wide selection of junipers and arborvitaes. We produce all of our liners on our evergreen program to build a really good fibrous root system under the plant, transplant the tree very effectively and easily into the field, and get good strong growth right from the beginning. So even though they take a while in the production plan, these aren't really old trees. Like these Austrian right here are just 4 years in the field. They were, I think, 2 years in the container before they came out here. So we've got a really vibrant, healthy plant, sheared somewhat to keep them tight, but at the same time fairly loose, strong, rugged plants. So anyway, again, we're really proud of our evergreen line, and if you've been a customer for us for a long time and not thought of us as an evergreen grower, feel free to try our evergreens. I think you'll be real happy.